What's going on, Pickleball World? Welcome back to another episode of Only Pickleball Podcast.
OPP.
And yeah, you know me. I'm your host, LT. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Nicole and Divine. So with us today, we had a special guest. This person, he is a son, a father, grandfather, mentor, stock and finance savant, pilot, entrepreneur, pickleball enthusiast. Today we have Pickleball Preston with us. How you doing today, Preston?
I'm doing fantastic. What's going on today?
Thanks for joining us for our special episode 10, our first double-digit episode. So we're happy to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So, we want to know a little bit about you. I know I mention your name a lot on the pod. Wait, Preston, are you subscribed?
About what?
He's not subscribed.
He's not subscribed. Dude, I name dropped you so much on the podcast and you're not even subscribed?
They didn't even send
Dang.
me a link or nothing. I just see him through like Facebook or something
Send him
like
a
that.
link. Okay, so apparently we have to start sending people links directly to subscribe. We will do that. We can do that, right? Nicole?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm on it.
So anyway, we have Preston here. I do talk about him a lot. I like to consider him a friend, and we play a lot together. So finally he's here, and you guys can put a face to the name. So anyway, yeah, let's begin. First of all, Preston, obviously you're here on the show because you're involved with pickleball, and we'll get to that. But we want to learn a little bit about yourself. So, tell us about yourself, like where you're from, what do you do for work, what do you like to do for fun?
All right, so I'm originally from Philly. I went to Millersville, graduated from Millersville, tried to increase my life expectancy, so I stayed here in Lancaster, PA. So, hey, Philly's no joke. So I stayed up here, and I just picked up pickleball maybe about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years coming up, and I'm here now.
Do you remember, like, you emailed me out of nowhere?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that email?
So my pickleball career pretty much started, a couple of guys asked me to go out there and play pickleball. They was like, hey, man, we need an extra guy. Can you come like Sunday morning to Book Miller, like at 8 a.m.? No, it was 7 a.m. they said. I was like, yo, man, I can't do 7 a.m. on a Sunday. He's like, oh, please, man. So then I came out there, and then they were like, yo, this is fantastic. You're out here. I'm glad you're out here. Then I did like 10,000 steps in like 2-3 hours. And then I went back, told my wife, hey, look, you should try this pickleball thing out. You can get 10,000 steps in like no time. So then I took her out. She did 10,000 steps, and then I didn't know all the rules, so she wanted to get the rule book. So she joined USA Pickleball. And then once you join that, you can see like all the people that are like members. And then I saw your name. I was like, LT. I was like, man, is this his dad or is this the son? Then it said 35. And I was like, yo, what's my man doing playing pickleball? He used to play basketball. So I was like, yo, you play basketball? What are you doing playing pickleball?
Yeah. No, I remember that. So I got an email. I had an email from Preston. It was like, and I hadn't talked to him. Like, every time I see him, we speak.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I haven't talked to him or seen him maybe, I forget what time span. Definitely never emailed him. So I got an email, and it was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you play pickleball? I was like, is this Preston the referee? Like, because he used to ref me in basketball when I was younger.
It was probably exactly like that, too. Like, no, like, good afternoon. And it's just like, what are you doing playing?
Yeah, it was. I wish I could pull up the email. But, so it was funny. So I was like, yeah. And then ever since then, we connected and been playing together. That was definitely like it was before I met you, I feel like.
I'm sure, yeah.
Right around time. So it was definitely well over a year ago. But, yeah, so that's cool. So I'm glad you found me on there. And that brought us here today. The USA Pickleball site. They just be putting everyone's information.
How did they get your email?
Because I'm a member. When you're a member of USA Pickleball,
it gives people your email?
Does it give the email?
Yeah, it says like contact this person. So then what I did was like I shot you an email, and then you like pop quiz me. It was like, yo man, you play? I joined so I could play tournaments, and who you playing with right now? I'm like, well, I'm playing with this guy, Chris who? Andy who? Andy the doctor? Who you playing with, man? I need you to play in a tournament with me. I'm like, bro, like, calm down, man. Like, I just joined this joint.
Yeah, I was hyped, man. I was hyped, man. I was hyped. Yeah, I was hyped. Yeah, I was hyped.
I was like, my man done OD'd on this old man sport. I'm like, for real? Like,
Pickleball is life. So, okay, cool. So you kind of told us a little bit of how you got started. So basically, you said a couple buddies kept begging you to play, and you finally gave in to get those 10,000 steps in, right?
right.
And then you mentioned your wife. You guys play together?
Ooh, only if we have to.
Good thing Nina doesn't watch the podcast.
So only if you have to. When would be a situation where you have to play with your wife? Let us know. Let the people know.
Well, it's like when we go in the same car together and we arrive at the same time together and we finish our warm-ups before we get on the court together, then we can play together. Otherwise, like, I'm trying to get my stuff on quick so that, I don't have to get frustrated and get a divorce like after every match. So, that's how that goes down.
So he falls in the category with typical couples can't play together. But I mean, I do see people who are very like good playing together, and I was like, what is the secret? What do you think the secret is for them, Preston?
Oh, the secret for playing together is you just got to forget about it like once you're done. And, go home and you're in the car, you just want to just talk about like all the good things that we did, because otherwise if you continue to be frustrated on the ride home, it's just going to be a long ride home. So if you continue to talk about it, then, all the good things, then you can play another tournament together or just keep playing together until you can like get it all worked out.
Well, kudos to you for knowing when and when not to play with your significant other. It's definitely a skill that needs to be mastered for some.
Yeah. Because
for some.
Yeah, everybody always thinks that they are better than what they really are. So then your wife is going to, she's going to know that you're not as good as what you really think you are. So then she'll try to put me in my place like, hey, you're not that good. You're really not that good.
I've heard her say that literally.
Yeah, so so when she says that, I just try to go back and get better so that I can make her be better. But she plays probably about half the amount of time that I play. So with that being said, she's probably like really like only 6 months into her pickleball career, so she only plays like half the amount of time that I play, which got to take that in consideration.
I remember Presley used to always talk about how many hours you got in, how many pickleball hours you got. I'm like, I don't know. Like he was comparing, like that's your thing, right? Hours.
Yeah, well, see,
how many hours you got in now, Preston?
No. I changed it up now. Now I have the true answer to how long you've been playing pickleball. You have to go based upon how many shoes you've worn out.
Oh, I like that. That's good. How many shoes you've worn out? Okay, so what's? Give us an example. Like, how many shoes have you worn out?
I've worn out 3 pairs of shoes.
3 pairs of shoes. So you've been playing what? 9 months?
Well, like if you've taken, say,
What's the math?
The math is like I know that I pretty much play maybe about 10 to 15 hours per week. So, and I know that I'm going through a pair of shoes like every 4 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. Mm-hmm. So then, that's the number. So now you know how many hours somebody actually playing, because if they say they've been playing a year and they've only gone through like 1 pair of shoes, like that's
You're
nothing.
Not playing a lot. Yeah.
I mean, look at you.
Right.
Look at you. You're laughing at that. Like, man, 1 pair of shoes a year. That's crazy. But other people go through a pair of shoes like every 2 months. So
I never thought of that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. So
damn. So let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give you my shoes that I've worn through, and then you can tell me how many years you think I've been playing. All right, or how long I've been playing.
All right. I can tell you probably you got the Skechers, you got the Asics, you got the blue Babolat's, and then you had another pair of Babolat's, then you had one other pair of shoes. So you have 5 pairs of shoes that I've seen you in since we've been playing because I only got the bad blocks because you had the bad blocks. Like, hey man, yo, you need a pickleball shoe. So you going through 5 pairs in a year and a half, basically.
I think I've had like 9 pair
Oh wow, yeah.
so far. Yeah, I think it's been 9 pairs since I've started playing. Yeah.
Now I'm talking
And
about,
the first pair I used to play with were basketball sneakers, Kobe's.
but worn out is different because some people wear them out till they are like unbalanced. You know what I mean? Where you got almost got like holes in them.
Yeah.
So
That's what I do. Mine have holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
how many shoes have you gone through, Nicole?
I mean, I probably should replace them more than I do. So I've gone through maybe 3 pairs of sneakers.
What did she say? 3?
Oh, she's a 3 pair. She hasn't been playing that long, huh?
Oh, she must only play in tournaments then.
Oh man. Okay. I wanted to talk about Preston. We know that you and Nina, your wife, ran a tournament earlier this year.
All right.
Hey, Yo Adrian. So I just want to talk about like life or your experience as a tournament director or husband of the tournament director, and like what do you think about like pickleball tournaments in general, and I don't know how to have a successful tournament.
Yeah. So with Lancaster Early Education Center, we used to run like golf outing, but we wanted to change it up a little bit this year, and try to bridge the gap in between some like older people and some younger people. So we figured that we would do a pickleball outing or a pickleball tournament. And the feedback from when we first thought of the idea up until the time that we actually put it in place, we were thinking that we just wanted everybody to be able to come out and play because at first some people were like, hey, I don't have a partner, so I'm not going to play in your tournament. I don't have a partner. I don't have a partner. I don't have a partner. Then we said, hey, listen, we're going to just do a king of the court where everybody can play with everybody. And we were just going to guarantee a few games. And then from there, we were just going to do a king of the court. And then that way, everybody didn't need a partner. And that's how that portion got started.
Who won that tournament, Preston? Who was your gold medalist?
She means for the open bracket.
Well, the gold medalist that was for the Adrian Queen of the Court was Nicole. I think she was kind of scared to play in the Moneyball event, so I don't know.
Oh,
I was scared to play that.
She was scared. So yeah, Nicole did win the queen. It was called the Queen of the Court, right?
Yeah, we did a king of the court and a queen of the court. The reason why we did it that way was because we didn't just want like the men having to play against women and women having to play against men for it to be unfair. So we said we was just going to do a king of the court and then a queen of the court. And that way it was more of a level playing field for everybody.
Yeah, no. So yeah, congrats Nicole on that one. I was supposed to win the male, but I got hit in the eye that day. And I also
Get your paddle up, man. Get your paddle up.
My paddle was, it was actually a ricochet.
Yeah, his paddle was up. That was the problem.
My paddle, yeah, it was stupid. Anyway, where your eye work, people, according to Harvard. Where your eye work. Where your eye work, according to Cool. So was the tournament, was it a success? Would you do another one? Do you guys have plans for another one?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was success. It was definitely a success. We're going to do another one next year, probably around the same time. But we're looking at we're not sure 100% set on having it indoors again because some people are like, oh, the lighting's bad indoors. Everybody has something to say about a tournament one way or another.
Everyone.
Yeah, and but we found out that the King of the Court was like the best format for the people in this area because we did max out with the number of teams that we wanted in the men's bracket. I'm sure next year we'll max out the teams for the women's bracket, since everybody knows that they don't have to play with everybody. But one of the big things where it was like seeding everybody because we had to take the guys with the highest rating and then the people with the lowest rating, and then we had to do like a snake and then just plug everybody in from the top rating to the lowest rating And, sometimes, the best people got stuck with some of the worst people in the beginning, but
It was definitely a decent turnout.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, I like playing with different partners if everyone's at the equal skill level. So that would be my only gripe with the tournament. They had to play with some people who made games unfair on either side, whether you were playing with or against some of those people.
Yeah.
But all in all, good event.
yeah. So like in the beginning, like there were some like very beginner people, and there was one beginner person in everyone's bracket. So we had about 8 brackets, and each bracket had a 3.0 person in it. So that made the average pool equal once you like did the math for each bracket. So everybody had one of those people like in their group.
So again, that was the Yo Adrian tournament. They had that at RCW in Lancaster back in March, I believe, right? And then next year, hopefully the same time in March. Or well, you said next year you might be doing it outdoor, but you don't know yet, right?
Yeah, because I don't want it to rain, and then we have a rain situation or something like that.
Right. I think you should keep it indoor. I think it was a good. I don't know. That's just me though. I like playing indoor. That's me.
He has a lot of opinions.
Yeah, a lot of opinions. Preston, I have a question for you. You got 100K I can borrow?
Nope.
Cool. Dang. All right, so I guess I can't put my paddle company in the PPA next year because have you guys seen this? Let me read this. PPA Tour's governing body, UPAA, is going to require hefty sums annually for paddle manufacturers to play. According to Rob Nunnery, a professional pickleball player and writer, he states that paddle companies can be expected to pay $100,000 per year and $5,000 per paddle certification in 2025.
That's crazy. That's per paddle.
Per paddle.
Wow.
Nicole, you've heard about this, right?
I did, but what changed from 2024 to this new 2025? What are they charging them now?
So remember the whole thing where YOLA and USAPA, right? So PPA, which has their own, the UPA was like, we're not going to deal with USAPA anymore. We're just going to have our own paddle company or governing body, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, how are they going to charge people? People just be like, no, but I'm like, oh shoot, they sponsor all the pros.
Yeah.
So they're like, your pro can't play in our event if you guys don't pay the money.
So this is brand new.
It's going to be brand new. So again, all the PPA and MLP events, they're not going to use USAPA anymore, is what I'm gathering. They're just going to use UPAA. And then if the companies like YOLA and, Pro Time, which we'll talk about, that's why I think they're all, because they're going to have to pay this $100,000. They're going to have to.
The bigger companies are going to do that, no problem. What I thought about initially was I wonder which paddle companies can't afford to do that.
Right. I know, Preston, you guys are big Diadem
ambassadors.
You guys are big Diadem ambassadors. How big is Diadem? Do you think they're gonna play ball on this or what?
Well, I gotta say, Diadem, they have some really great products, and a couple of 4-5 and 5-0 guys are now using their paddles. They don't do a lot of advertising with some of the big players or some of the other pros right now. I guess they save their money right now and then just do a lot of ambassador type of stuff. They support a lot of the events with balls. I've never seen a Diadem crack ball yet, and I've been playing with them for over a year. A lot of my balls seem to disappear. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, have you seen a Diadem crack ball yet?
No, I have not actually.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and that's through the winter. That's being up north. That's playing when they're cold. Now we just got those balls pretty much in March, so I won't say that it was truly cold outside and got the test of some of these other balls that are played with during the wintertime. But I haven't seen a crack one yet. I can say that much.
That's fair. So, yeah, I mean, 100,000 is crazy, but I think, like I said, I think the companies are going to have to pay. Their players are sponsored by, and that's how they did it. They're like, we have Ben John signed for 3 years. We have Ann Lee signed for 3 years.
They're gonna have to.
They're gonna have
get
to.
their players in the tournaments. Yeah.
That's crazy. So
yeah, it's smart.
Smart business plan. Sound like an idea Preston came up with.
Yeah, you gotta pay to play. That's how they have it. So can't be mad at them.
Pickleball don't cost a thing. Love don't cost a thing.
Not true.
Speaking of love don't cost a thing, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, $60 mansion has an indoor pickleball court.
I saw it.
You saw that, right? See, they like indoor pickleball too.
Yeah, I mean it's ideal.
Yeah, 60 million. Do you think they're playing though, or what?
Yeah, I think I've seen Ben Affleck play.
Really?
Recreationally, yeah.
Where?
In Los Angeles.
In Boston?
Wherever.
Boston?
Yeah, I think I've seen him out there playing. I can't picture J-Lo playing, but
she definitely is not playing. Yeah.
You can't say definitely. She has a court at her house.
That's true, but I don't know if it was her idea.
That's another reason to have a big party at your house. When you have houses that big, you gotta have friends over. And now if you can have some pickleball friends over, then
Yeah.
That makes sense. So the 46,000 square foot mansion in Beverly Hills, California features 12 bedrooms, 24 bathrooms, an indoor sports complex including a pickleball court, infinity pool, 12-car garage, a guest house, caretaker house, and a 2-bedroom guardhouse. Wow.
So it's just one of the sports they feature, which doesn't make it sound as important in their life.
All right, so we're back with Preston. We lost him for a second there. Technical difficulties, but we're back. So anyway, Preston, so you're a big Eagles fan.
Yeah, I got it all decked out over here, so got a little bit of
Go Birds
over there, so
All right, so we just had a couple more questions for you before we wanted to let you get out of here. First one, what's your favorite thing about pickleball?
My favorite thing about pickleball is just being part of the community. My goal this year was to meet some new people, to get some new friends, and pickleball has given me that opportunity to meet a whole bunch of new people. Knowing their names. That was a goal of mine this year, was to meet 10 to 20 new people, and I clearly have surpassed that number this year.
Yeah, pickleball is definitely an easy sport to do that in. Cool. Do you have any pickleball horror stories?
Pickleball horror story.
It could be with partners, it could be about you playing, it could be... You can't use any of the hosts in your stories, though.
You wouldn't use me.
Well, I'm so easygoing that I really don't have that many horror stories. Well, I mean, sometimes you just play with different people, and I'm like I go everywhere and I play with everybody, so I can easily adapt my game to people. If we win, that's great. If we don't, I hate losing, that's for sure. But the horror stories are just when I go out of town and I play with random people. It's just, you never know what you're going to get, and that will affect your ratings. If you're really, really, really concerned about that. But it's hard to get people locally to travel out of town. So if you really want to play in tournaments and you really want to get that, really get your heart rate up like it does for tournaments, then that's what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What about your biggest pickleball pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve, I would say, has to be like in rotations at courts that don't have like a paddle system. Get caught up just playing everybody, and then you get a group, a foursome, and then they only want to play with each other, and then it could be just a couple of people that are like up and coming, and then the foursome just want to stick together. I understand that everybody doesn't want to play with everybody all the time, but there's some good people that are coming through, and if you give them that opportunity, you might find out that it's some awesome play. So it's just the bouginess. Some people are very bougie, but you have to be bougie with your time. So
the clicks.
Yeah, for sure. So what are some of your pet peeves?
Me or Nicole?
Let's go with Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole. What are some of your pickleball pet peeves?
Man, I think what we talked about last week is like balls coming over in your court when you're in the middle of points. Like, just I think beginners playing next to like advanced players and having the ball come over during play like 9 times.
Preston.
Bothers me.
Preston, you hear me?
Yeah, I see the LT act like that on Sunday morning. He was getting all wound up, you know. Beginner ball came over two. It was only 2 times, and he was all wound up. Like, hey, can you go? Can you move the court over?
It was not 2 times, bro.
Bro, the guy said, yeah, my ball came over there 2 times. Calm down. I'm staying here. I was like, okay.
Were you getting real fired up?
No, I was just like, yo, it kept happening. And I was like, you guys mind slide? I was like, would you guys mind sliding down the court? Like,
yeah.
There's a court open. Why are you playing next to it? We got to keep giving you your ball back.
Yeah.
Like,
See, it's annoying.
Mad annoying. Our ball didn't go over their court 1 time.
I think it was the pink ball on top of that really got him disturbed.
It was a pink ball. I'm like, what?
Okay.
I wanted to throw that shit so far over the fence.
That's probably my second one, is like those balls that like you see and you're like, get out of here. It's like orange or like hot pink. Or,
like, why are you playing with an outdoor ball or an indoor ball outside?
Oh,
like,
the indoor ball.
This is a plastic or the big thicker balls. I'm like, what are you? Sorry.
Yeah.
To anyone that uses those balls.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Preston, what is your future plans in pickleball? Anything upcoming for you?
So one of the other goals this year, along with meeting a whole bunch of new people, one of my goals were to play in at least like 10 tournaments this year. So this year I've played in 8 tournaments. So
damn.
Wait, like 2024?
Yeah, I played in 8. So I've been playing in like trying to do like 1 a month. So yeah, so I got a couple medals this year. So I've been able to weather the storm. And I'm looking forward to playing next in maybe like the Hershey tournament. I'm not going to do the York one this weekend, but going to do the Hershey one. Like I guess that's like next month. Yeah, I'm trying to find a woman that can like do the things that are necessary to win a gold medal. So at 50 and above. So if you're out there listening to this podcast, contact me. Because I'm available as of right now.
Listening, Preston is a seasoned medalist, and he's looking for a female partner, 50 plus, 4-0, right? 4-0.
Yeah. I mean, even though my rating is 3.8 right now, I do want to move it up. So, being the mathematician that I am, I know I'm going to have to play in some 4.0 level. So, I'm willing to go out there and give it a shot.
Well, hopefully we find something for you. Cool. One more question before you go. Top 4 players you've ever played against.
Top 4 players that I ever played against. Well, some people were the top, and then now it's like a year later. Now they're not the top anymore. So,
so you can name the host in this answer.
You can name the host in this answer.
If we're going by duper ratings, then he would have to be number 2 right now. But I would say, Chris Haley, he seems to be like really solid. I mean, a lot of people know him. So his game is, I haven't won a game when he's playing with a higher level player against him. I think it's a lot is based upon when you play the higher player with another high player, and then you really win. Like, I'm going to give you a good example here, and I never told this story before. So it was me and Jeremy. Me and Jeremy go down to Overlook. Me and Jeremy are at Overlook, and we're playing together, and we're, it's good. Everything's good. Then finally, we match up with LT and Greg. And this was maybe about like 6-8 months ago. It's LT and Greg, and we like, yo, we're going to play LT and Greg. We were like, yo, if we beat them, yo, we on the map for real. Because we beat like LT one time. We beat Greg, Greg with the bucket hat one time. I mean, like we beat them like separately, and they always are playing with the weaker player because like me and Jeremy were playing together. But let me tell you, it went down at Overlook. So what happened was, we play and we're playing, and then like, yo, it's like tied up like 6-6. We're like, yo, we up in this game, like, yo, but we're trying not to be all bougie and everything and act like we're really excited. So we get up and then we're up again and we're up again. And then lo and behold, it was like 10 to like 9. And then like Jeremy served the ball and then he like poached a shot in front of me and he slammed it right down on like LT and LT didn't see him coming. And then we're like, good game. And then like we weren't excited, but our shirts were so sweaty from that night when we got home. Like, yo, we beat them. Like, yo, we was on top of the world. We talked about it for like an hour. Like, yo, he ain't got nothing to say. He was playing with somebody that was good, and Greg was playing with somebody that was good, and we was just so happy. Like, it like made our day. It was like, yo, now we can play against like the real good people, and we can be considered like good now. So that was like.
What is your side of the story?
See, it was probably just another game for him. You know what I mean? So,
so was that before Trash Talk Tuesday started?
Oh yeah. This was an overlook on court number 1, man. I remember like it was yesterday.
Wow, I'm proud of your memories forever. It's an indoor wooden court. They use big plastic balls. Okay. Oh, you played Overlook? Yeah. Your first time playing that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was classic because it just happened to be that they're both playing with good players, and we was playing our heart out, and to them it was probably just another rec game, but for us it was like the championship. So
everything.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you always have a target on your back, and you never know who feels like that when they go home. And trust me, I know that feeling, and I know that some people like sometimes I lost to some people and I see them like so excited. I'm like, damn, why are they so excited? Like it's just a game. But they're probably going home telling somebody like, yo, I finally beat Preston Dinkin or I finally beat Jeremy or something like that. And it, like we just think it's a regular game, so I just gotta give them what I can, and that's like 100% the whole time. So they get mad, they're probably gonna be mad, and then they don't have to play with me again. That's fine too.
So yeah. Preston, he's the. You know why I got so excited when he emailed me?
Why?
And well, actually not when he emailed me, but like after he emailed me, we started playing. Is because the trash talk that this man would impose. Like he helped, because that's just how I grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking trash, sports, talk trash, you gotta back it up, and so he ignited that and made the sport fun again for me because so many people are like, it's just pickleball, good game, nice shot. No, Susie, that wasn't a nice shot. My partner hit a dumbass pop up and you slammed it on me. That wasn't a nice shot. It was bad. So anyway,
it was crazy because just like on Saturday or like on Sunday when we were just playing, like the first like 3 games we played, like everybody's being hospitable. But then, like, everybody took the gloves off and we're, like, just talking junk. I was like, hey, listen, I can't play unless I'm talking junk. I'm from the city, so I got to be talking junk to hype my game up. And they were like, oh, yeah, me too. And it was like, then the other guy was like, me too. And then it was like, yo, let's
go. Yeah. All right, Preston, we're going to let you get out of here. Appreciate the stories, man. Before you go, though, we're going to have at least one new subscriber on Instagram or YouTube, right?
If he sends you the invite, will you subscribe?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'll subscribe. Okay. I heard, it's strange because I heard about it and people's like, oh, have you seen LT's like thing? And I was like, no, but I saw like a snippet of it, and I'm like, well, why can't I see the whole thing? So I guess you got to like make it a little bit more available or something like that, so that everybody can see it, and then it'll be like, then it'll be really good.
We'll send invites out.
We'll send invites out, man. Appreciate it. All right, man. I'll see you probably tomorrow or something.
All right, cool. All right, I'll see you, man. Later.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So, speaking of paddle companies, Proton Paddle Company just signed
the ugliest paddle in the game.
I don't think so.
Well, the cotton candy one.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, there's more bland paddles, but they signed a large wave of new pros.
I think it's because of the whole UPAA sanction that they're putting in place. They're like, hey, we need more people with our paddles out there promoting to get more people to buy them so we can afford this $100,000.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to make paddle companies decide if they want to be a small company or a large company. And it's like, or are our paddles going to be catered towards amateurs
Right.
or 50 plus? You know?
I knew of a couple on the list that I saw play that were using that paddle, but some of the pros I was kind of surprised about.
Some of the names that Proton signed: Travis Retmeyer, Megan Dezan, Donald Young, Andre Daescu, Pessa Tioni, Alex Walker, Angie Walker, CJ Klinger, Caitlin Christian, to name a few. And it looks like, Proton is making a push to become a larger paddle player in the game.
Yeah, and they also talked about signing local players, which makes me think like amateur.
Oh.
Like they talked about wanting to get out there and get locals as well.
I mean, amateur is where it's at, right? So it's like,
yeah,
they have to sign amateurs. I feel like every paddle company,
just to get the paddles out there,
right?
Yeah.
And I guess by signing, probably they need like ambassadors.
Yeah,
like people just put
I'm
like,
sure.
you know, discount code LT10 10% off your Proton paddle.
That's not a real code. Don't use that.
It's not a real code yet. Should be. Use code OPP10.
Not a real code. Also not a real code. It sounds like Andre's paddle debacle didn't affect his ability to get new sponsors.
He was already sponsored by them.
Oh, was he?
They just
okay.
So I wonder what he's doing now. He was at Bounce.
Was he?
He was at Bounce last.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the
just training.
No, he did like the clinic. Yeah,
I did see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to sign up, but I couldn't make it the day's work. And one time I wanted to do, it was sold out. I was like,
so he's not laying low. He's out there.
I mean, he's got to make up for that 60 days lack of income.
That's true. He's got to stay busy.
Yeah, so now he's in that grind.
Yeah.
That clinic grind.
So MLP announced its official fruit of the league, and it is not pickles. Although pickles isn't really a fruit anyway, right? It's a vegetable. It's a cucumber.
Yeah, pickles are vegetables.
Yeah. But they announced it this week. It's blueberries.
I saw a commercial today for blueberries on like a MLP.
They're pushing it out there.
Why are they the fruit?
I guess they're using it to promote the fruit as a very healthy.
What do blueberries do for us?
They're really good for you.
I know, but what are they?
They have vitamin C and K, tons of antioxidants. I haven't had a blueberry in probably 2 years, but I probably should.
That's a lie.
Are you
sure?
I mean, I can think of times I've had them.
Blueberry muffin. Blueberry pancake. Blue raspberry.
I can think of the times that I had them, but they weren't recent. But I'm going to now. I'm going to buy some blueberries. They are really good for you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I eat blueberries. They're not like my fruit of choice.
Do you like buy them when you go to the grocery store? Okay.
No.
You just get
They come in. I just get them when they come in like
your breakfast pancakes.
No, I don't eat blueberries and pancakes. I don't. Wait, when do I? I just feel like I just ate some blueberries the other day.
Okay, I like them in yogurt.
Blueberries and yogurt. There's these this company called Ula Bowls. They're like frozen acai bowls.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ula Bowls. Sponsor me. Blueberries. Definitely good for you. What do you like to eat when you go to tournaments? Nothing.
I think fruit-wise, tangerines. I feel like they always have those, or like clementines, like the little oranges.
Easy peel Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pineapple.
Yeah.
I like to have that.
Oh, yeah, you do love pineapple.
I like to have some beef jerky. I like to have. Yeah, I can't just eat blueberries.
No, but like fruit-wise, I think like I don't know why you do pineapple because you got to keep it cold. Clementines, you just like throw in your bag.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Honestly, it's just my
blueberries. I don't think you have to keep cold either.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
So we've talked about memes of pickleball a little bit on the podcast. For those of you who don't know, memes of pickleball is an Instagram account with now I think over 23,000 followers.
Did they get back to you on that job request?
I did learn more about the structure of their company, which would make it hard to work for them.
Oh.
But they were recently interviewed by The Dink.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of their first like interviews.
Right.
From
At
what
least
it's
that I'm
about.
hearing of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know
Let me find
that.
out. Is it 2 people?
It's one.
Oh.
He's an anonymous creator.
It's a guy. It is a guy.
I think so. That's what I gathered.
Okay.
They didn't. I guess they didn't say, but I assumed.
Okay.
I think it's a he. Yeah.
What did we find out about from this interview from the Dink?
So first of all, that obviously he's anonymous. I'm sure some people know who he is, but he's a self-proclaimed pickleball junkie.
Okay.
And he's apparently a 6.1 duper level player.
No way.
Has a lot of friends that are pros.
Is he a pro?
I don't know.
It's got to be a pro.
But he's a pickleball player. He said he plays like 5-6 times a week. He seems like he's at the events. If he's not, then he has like all of the pro tournaments that are going on, pro events going on like in the background at his house, so he can like stay up on what's happening.
Oh man, so this guy's got like screens and
yeah. And he said that like the most important thing that he found is that with sports, typically memes come out like a day later. Mm-hmm. And so he found that like the quicker he can get these out, like a couple hours or you know the same day, that people will jump on them and shoot them back out.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. They asked him what the most popular meme was so far.
Ooh,
he said it was the SpongeBob and Patrick meme with as Anna and Lee Waters.
Oh, when they were dressed like the pink and yellow.
The pink and yellow. Yeah.
Really? That's most popular. Did they say how they started the page? Like what made them start this page?
He said it was just for fun. Honestly, now he's not even making any money off it. It's all just like non-for-profit fun. Mm-hmm. Eventually could be like something more lucrative, but for now it's just fun. And so I don't think it's gonna be easy to get hired by the one-man show, but maybe if we start creating our own memes,
how is that?
He'll notice us.
How is that one person that does that?
He mentioned one meme about
Jelly B.
Yeah, Jelly B. That one of his memes was about like bubble wrapping her because she fell so many times during this one tournament. Mm-hmm. And at the next tournament he was at, watching her, she didn't know he was there, and she bubble wrapped herself and sent him a photo. And he's like, she had no idea that I was watching her bubble wrap herself. Like she didn't.
Wow, that's.
So he's like everywhere. He's watching.
I just feel like you gotta just go and pay attention who's on their phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Did he say anything? Did he give away anything that could help us?
I mean, 6'1" duper.
6'1" duper.
I mean, he's at a lot of the pro events, but they're also kind of all over, so it's hard to like say region-wise where he'd be located. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say what he does for a living otherwise, so it's hard to say.
How did they get him?
But he's older because he played pickleball when paddles were wooden.
I played with wooden paddles before.
I mean, you're older.
Wow.
But he's not 23.
Right. Yeah, no, okay. So is that what you meant then?
Yeah.
Oh. He's not 23. Okay.
You're going to try and investigate it.
No.
I know who he is.
I'm gonna wait till someone else.
You're going to be up all night tonight.
There's going to be internet. There's internet detectives out there.
Yeah.
That'll.
I mean, there has to be people that know who
somebody
he is.
knows. I mean, yeah. I feel like I've seen players kind of make faces like they knew, but they.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like he's like the memes of pickleball version of like. He's like Banksy. He's like undercover, but like everyone probably low-key knows who he is.
Banksy is a pseudonymous England-based street artist, political activist, and film director, whose real name and identity are confirmed. No, never heard of him.
Well, he's like Banksy.
I can't believe we finished season 1 of the CPL. When did we start covering CPL?
I think it was like week 4 or so. Week 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, because we're on 10 weeks. It was 14 weeks. So yeah, week 4 or 5. Wow, that's crazy.
We started pretty early.
CPL season finale happened last Saturday, last weekend. And you and I both predicted bounce. I mean, you predicted bounce
Yes.
way longer than
Yeah.
I did, but we both predicted bounce to be the winners, which came to fruition. I was there at the event.
I saw you with the trophy.
You saw me with the trophy. I was the first one to get to touch the trophy. Just kidding. They had already taken pictures with it. But yeah, so let's talk about the season finale and future of the CPL.
Yeah.
So, season finale of the CPL found number 1 Pickleball versus number 3 Bounce. The CPL finale was held on Saturday, June 22nd at Bounce Pickleball in Malvern, PA. And the home team, not the number 1 team, but the home team, did pull out that victory. Congrats to Bounce. To me, it wasn't like the CPL finale. It was more like the sweat finale because it was so hot in there. I mean, there was players like needing to take breaks outside of the building because it was how humid it was in there. Apparently, they're getting their AC situation figured out soon.
Yeah, they just have fans right now, right?
They have fans that were just blowing hotter air.
How did you survive that?
Well, I found one of 2 of the best seats in the house. It was like, because it started raining eventually. So once it started raining, they had the doors open. So there was like benches. So you sat by the door, benches, and then it was like the cool air rain was finally getting picked up by the fans. But it was like causing like a wind tunnel right by the. So yeah, luckily I survived.
Yeah.
But it was tough.
So how was it being there? Was it like an exciting match? Like how was it?
So have you seen any of the MLP? Or sorry, any of the CPL
Live?
games?
No.
So what they did, there's always 4 games going on at once.
Okay.
But it's always the same category. So if it's like mixed gender. So you're kind of like, sometimes you're back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was kind of like, oh, I know these people, let me watch some of these points. Oh, I've heard about these people, let me watch some of these points. So it was good to watch. Because it's gonna, no matter what court you're watching, it's gonna be a high level of play.
Yeah.
Now for me, when it comes to like team events like the CPL or like MLP, what I like best is like the team, when your team can cheer for you.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing, so no one's cheering for anyone.
Yeah.
Until if you're like the last team that's playing.
Like your match went longer.
Your match goes longer, then everyone's around that court cheering for you. And I'm like, I told Courtney, I was like,
fun.
I said, that is what I like.
Yeah.
I would like somehow want to be the team that's playing last because all your teammates are there from both sides. And
the
energy is a lot better. And I feel like that could maybe
for sure
boost people's, confidence and morale and stuff.
Helps me a lot. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a tweak that can be made in the future.
The format,
because
it'd probably go on forever.
It was going forever, but I feel like maybe they figured out a way to
stagger.
I don't know. Yeah. But that was just my little 2 cents.
Yeah.
But what other questions you got about the?
So what was the final score?
I left before the fun. I couldn't survive. So I was managing. But like after a while I was like, I can't survive. But when I left, Bounce or Pickle Jar had just won one of the rounds 3-1, so I think they had just tied.
Oh, I saw that post. When
they had just tied everything.
I was following along.
So Bounce ended round 8 with a 4-0 sweep. So the total was 17 games to 15. So like I said, they were like good games. And I actually started to feel like scared, like bad, because I was sitting there and like some of the Bounce players, like some of the games I was watching, they weren't doing well. And I was like, oh my gosh. Omen? Yeah, oh my God, I cursed them, oh my gosh. And I was like, yo, they're probably so mad that I'm here right now. But luckily they pulled it through. Probably once I left. Once I left, so that's why I left. I did that for you guys. But yeah, it was cool. And after watching once again, I still think women's pickleball, like,
It was fun.
watching them, like, the hands battles,
Yeah.
and the gets that some of these, you know, like,
Yeah.
what, like, they had some of the longest rallies.
That's awesome.
So that's super fun to see.
So that's it for season 1.
Yeah, that's it for season 1. It's a wrap. Bounce pulled off the victory. Definitely well deserved.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was talking to some people at the vet, and they said some of the bounce players are way more invested.
Yeah.
Like, it meant a lot to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, well deserved.
Awesome.
Well deserved.
Very cool.
So
well, season 2 is coming up.
Season 2 is coming up.
In our giveaway.
Season 2 is starting in August. We have a giveaway going on until June 30th, 11:59 p.m., where you can win yourself a free spot into season 2 of the CPL. Nicole, tell them what they need to do.
You have to like the original post for the giveaway.
Okay, which is pinned to the top of our profile.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Link is in the bio.
And follow us on Instagram.
As
well as CPL.
As well as the CPL. Correct. And that will get you guaranteed 1 entry into a free spot of season 2 of the CPL, which will save you $75.
Yeah.
So you can use that $75 for like another tournament or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Or a pair of shoes or a cute outfit.
So the 30th, right?
So the 30th is the deadline. If you want additional entries, you can comment, tag your 3 friends, comment done, and you'll get yourself an additional 10 entries.
I knew it was.
Yeah, season 2 should be exciting. I'm still shopping around for a club. It looks like I'm gonna have to travel.
Yeah.
If maybe there might be some things in the works, but if not, I might have to travel to be a part of a club.
Yeah.
Maybe join you up at Lehigh. Have you
been played there yet?
No.
Why?
It's so far. It's like an hour and a half from me.
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Wow.
How far is it from here?
25 minutes. Yeah.
50. It's an hour and 20. Yeah, I mean, it's a little dip.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would go if it was once a week. I would.
Yeah. But you're also traveling to whatever, it's like home and away to the locations that you're playing.
Right. So some could be closer for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're playing at Balance. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, still looking for a club. Are you playing season 2?
I have opted out of season 2 just because, and not for not wanting to.
What?
See, I just have to balance motherhood and pickleball, and being away 1 night a week for hours.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. That sucks.
But I still have my weekends for tournaments and my play.
Yeah.
It's not available, but yeah, it's just not going to happen.
Okay. Well.
The balance.
You got to balance, we understand. You got to balance, and we will definitely still report on the CPL.
Sure.
So you'll still be connected in some way. So yeah, season 2, and they're going to have jerseys this year because, oh my gosh, new balance players, at least Pickle Jar, some of them had on similar shirts.
Yeah.
Balance, they were just wearing whatever.
They're all over the place.
I don't know. I like.
Yeah. Robbie told us the jerseys are going to be so cool.
Yeah, so the jerseys for season 2 are going to be, they look super cool. So that's why I want to be a part of it.
It's going to be like the NFL.
It's like the NFL.
Different logos, and your team gets to pick like your theme and color.
Yeah. So that's super cool.
Yeah.
Again, so sign up for the season 2 of the CPL. Join the giveaway. It's free. It's free to join the giveaway, and you could win a free spot.
Yeah.
Why not? And there's going to be 3-5, 4-0, and then 4-5 plus levels. So there's going to be definitely lots of competition for you guys and lots of good play. So that about does it for this episode, people. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and
we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week for episode 11.